Hello, everybody, and welcome to my new video. So today I want to address something really anecdotal, but I think is very telling as to the world of competition in technology and why competition may be coming. So last Saturday, girlfriend and I, she wanted to make some eggnog cocktails or whatever, and it took us quite a while, like 5 minutes to find something. And it shouldn't be like that. And of course, like many on Twitter, I had tried ChatGPT, and I just wanted to show you some of the difference between Google search results for a very, very, very simple question and for GTP, ChatGPT, GPT search result. I mean, it's absolutely insane. So when I type on Google, what are some eggnog-based cocktails? Because I don't know. Uh, um, and this is what Google gets me. Like Google tries to sell me stuff from local stores. Okay. Wow. And then Google gives me some websites that I have to go to and that I have to click on to get the answer. Um, so that's already more complicated than what ChatGTP tells me. ChatGTP, I ask the same questions, I get the answer right away, right? And then I ask for options, I get the answer right away with like a single sentence, which tells me exactly what to do with a single sentence, like literally one step, right here. I get one step, my answer in one step in a split second, just the answer, and it takes like 3 seconds to type the question. Google, I don't get an answer. I get distracted, and then I have to click to get to the answer. And so, of course, with Google, I clicked, and when you click, what happens? Well, you have the question, thanks to Europe, the European Union, all websites have this question. Do you want to accept all cookies? Some cookies are no cookies, so you have to click accept all or don't accept. So that's a second step. And then the third step is you get to the website. And the website has endless scrolling, and the response is buried in text. And this text, the sole purpose of this text that websites use is to distract and insert over links so that you stay on their property, so that you stay on their website. And the business model, of course, of websites like that is to play ads. So they play unrelated ads below. So you have an unrelated ad. You have endless scrolling, which is necessary because they want to bury the information you want to find within content. And this content is filled with unrelated link, which is meant to keep you on the property, to keep you on the website. So that's at least a 3 to 4 step process on Google to get your answer. While I'll show you again on ChatGPT, it is as simple as waiting 1 second, and then you get a very, very, very clear answer. That's the power of AI. Like AI is very, very powerful. And you may think, oh, asking for like a recipe that's too easy. What about something else? Well, I tried it. I tried it for something else when I was making a video. So when was making a video on Tesla the other day, I was like, okay, well, I need to know my facts. I'm going to talk about how many moving parts there are in a car engine. And I started doing that search. And when you type that on Google, how many moving parts in a car engine, right? Because I was trying to get some data to make a video and put some pictures. These are the results. So again, so Forbes is the first article. It's behind a paywall, so I can't read that. And it's also not what I asked for. I asked for an engine, and it gives me all of vehicle parts. And then answer number two, that's not what I asked for either. I asked for moving parts. This just gives me the part in the vehicle, right? And then number three is not what I asked for either. And not only is it not what I asked for ever, but but it redirects me to another website that tells me questions that people have answered, and that is even like old data to 2015. So finding that information on Google may take 2 to 3 minutes. Again, on Chat GPT, it takes a split second. How many moving parts in an engine? Same question. And then it tells me a typical car engine has many moving parts, including pistons, rods, crankshaft, camshaft, and valve. There's also gears and bearings. Altogether, there are hundreds of moving parts. And that's exactly what I found with Google too, between 100 and 200, except it took me 3 to 4 minutes to find this with Google. Had I used GPT, it would have taken a split second. And so this is an example of, I think, a 0 to 1 innovation. That's a 0 to 1 move. Because how much time can you save with ChatGPT? If it takes you, a minute to find information on Google, and if it takes you 10 seconds on ChatGPT time to write the same question and then get the instant answer for the time for the AI to do its search, you save 10 times the time, 10x the time. If Google redirects you to an article behind a paywall, and most articles have paywalls these days, or an article that does any business in Europe and has a cookie question, you may get to 100x times saved. So you may save 100 times the time. So Chat GPT is much, much, much better here. And I understand why Google is not telling the answer right away, right? They want to balance advertising and results quality, but you can't put forward advertising at the expense of results quality. Like clearly, when I asked my question about an eggnog cocktail, I wasn't trying to buy eggnog. I just wanted the answer, right? And so why is Google trying to sell me stuff? Well, that's because they're an advertising business model. But there needs to be a balance between both. There needs to be a balance between both. Otherwise, most people are going to go to ChatGPT. In fact, now that I have my account in there, I've bookmarked it. Like ChatGPT will be part of my search routine. And there's more than 1 million people who have registered to ChatGPT in something like 2 days after launch. So again, I have no doubt that Google can do the same thing. Google is the AI king. They are very, very pro. Their generative AI literally makes video. Like it's very, very impressive. It's as good, if not better, than DALI. I have no doubt that Google has the technology. AlphaGo was also very impressive, although that was a former iteration of AI. But they need to get their marketing in order, right? They need to work on their product here because I never thought I would say this, but for the first time, I found something that is a credible alternative to Google that is actually 10x better, where you save time, right? So maybe Google should offer, say, a $7.99 a month enhanced Google search experience where it doesn't prioritize advertising and where it actually prioritizes getting you the answers, you know? And I also think that because all of these websites have these paywalls now, and also they want you to accept cookies from most of them, it really makes sense to use the approach of ChatGPT, which is to just give you the answer in the same pane of glass. You don't have to leave the app to get your answer. Like it really, really makes sense. And Google started doing that with knowledge panels, but I would argue they need to be pretty, pretty careful about what's going on. And I'll conclude with this. This is Sam Altman, the head of OpenAI, and he's congratulating Microsoft Azure and saying that Azure has been critical in doing that. So they have a partnership with Azure. And so could Microsoft incorporate ChatGPT into search? Could it incorporate it into Windows when you have your search bar in Windows? Could it incorporate that? Wow, a lot of people would start using ChatGPT. Firms need to stay agile. Google needs to stay agile and not rest on its laurels, because even though this is tiny right now, this could be a serious threat. This could be a serious threat. I also think that this speaks a lot to Elon Musk. Let's not forget that Elon Musk was a co-founder of OpenAI. So Elon Musk, head of Tesla, right? Head of one what I would argue is one of the biggest AI companies, even though most people think it's just an auto company, but they do tremendous work in AI at Tesla. So again, firms need to stay agile, otherwise the moat can erode. And I'm a Google shareholder for other reasons than just search. I mean, YouTube is a big reason, and their Google Ventures are a big reason, and Android obviously is one of the big reasons, as well as Google Cloud. Google Cloud, I love Google Cloud. Google is a top company. There's no denying that Google is a top company, but they need to react soon. Like this is not something that they can let happen. You can't have people who start pointing out a better tool than Google. And I don't think this has happened in Google's history that a tool has been better, or at least that awareness of a tool has been better. And so I think what's a very good takeaway is that if you don't invest in a firm that grows really fast and that has like clear, tangible data, i.e., the growth rate that proves to you that their product is winning, moats can erode, right? And cracks may be appearing in one of the strongest moat in business history. You know, Google has had one of the strongest moats in business history, and they need to. I mean, I would argue they need to crush this because this could be a real threat for their business. Google needs to implement their GPT really, really, really quickly because this is so good. ChatGPT is so good. That's why it's been all over the internet for the past week plus, and it's gonna grow viral if they don't do something about this. So, anyways, these are just my thoughts and my takes on this. Google is still a top company, but I really hope they move, and I hope to see these features come to Google soon. And it's not time to think about having a nice office or what color you want to paint the office in, right? That shouldn't be what you hire engineers for. Engineers should be to improve your main product. And so, obviously, not investment advice. This has not been investment advice. This is just entertainment. Entertainment. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you can, and follow me on Twitter at BeatTheDenominator also if you can. I appreciate it. Thanks for subscribing and liking. Thank you, and have a great day.